It's always intriguing who goes first.
So,
Who likes to be the leadoff hitter?
Can you talk a little bit about the move of Luther Leonard to wide receiver?
Well, we just felt like we're just trying to maximize his ability. He's a great athlete. He's a terrific athlete. He just wasn't getting enough reps at quarterback, and we felt like we've got a really good athlete on our roster. Let's try to utilize him. So we put him out on some special teams today. We incorporated him some at the wide receiver spot, and he looked really good. And I'm anxious to watch him kind of grow at this position and see what happens.
What was his reaction when you guys kind of mentioned it to him?
He said, "Coach, I'm a great athlete, and I'm a competitor. I'll do whatever you want."
But you guys brought up with him, not vice versa?
No, we brought up with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've talked to you about kicking a little bit, but what do you think of the rest of your, series of athletes that you have? Do you think this can be a good special teams team?
Well, we're putting a lot of emphasis on it. It's growing and growing and growing, and I think we've got some really good frontline guys. We're trying to develop some guys that can fit in a few spots. So if something happens to 1, 2, or 3, one guy can play all those spots. And then, I'm anxious to get our young kids in here because that's really the reason we recruited a lot of those kids is to come in and contribute on special teams right away. But so far, so good. I think they're taking to the coaching. They're understanding the emphasis of speed and effort, and I think our guys are responding really well.
And when we tell our readers that you guys are scrimmaging tomorrow, what are they going to expect? What can they see that's different from what they've been saying?
Well, I don't know. Practices are pretty good tempo, even when we're just in helmets. But we'll cover every special team phase, and it'll be, we'll see 2-minute drills. We're just going to cover the special situations that we've covered. It'll be tackling, and we'll play football. So I don't know if it'll be so much different, but I think it's a mindset for our guys to understand that this is kind of their first test. We've gone through 6 days now, and now it's time to test them.
Do you have an estimate like how many plays you'd like to run?
It'll vary anywhere. It varies anywhere between 80 and 95. Somewhere there will be around that.
Quarterbacks aren't live, right?
No, he won't be live.
Bradley Rousseau?
He's working on some academic stuff today.
So, can you give me a couple comments on just Demetrius Bronson and his progress so far?
There he goes again. It just seems like once a day he gets free into the secondary and makes a big play, and he did it again today. It's pretty amazing. He's a young kid. This is his 6th practice of Division I football, and he's doing it every day. And there's obviously the little things in protection and route running that he's got to continue to work on, but he's got a knack for running the football. That's for sure.
Looked like there was a new offensive line unit. I know you guys have talked a lot about experimentation and everything, but is that just kind of that? You just keep
we're just letting guys know that that it's not what you've done before; it's what you do now, and it's been on a clean slate. We're trying to reward the guys that are playing with great effort and that are doing things right down after down after down. The opportunity to show what they can do versus the ones, and we'll have to look at the film and see how it looks.
Guys who might not be there tomorrow? I guess the guys we've seen, but are there? Good.
I would be surprised if DeAndre could go tomorrow. He looked pretty gimpy today. Freeman was pretty gimpy today. I don't think you'll see Polk. I'd be surprised if you saw Brandon Johnson or Mosley. But that remains to be seen. Sometimes guys make those miraculous recoveries for scrimmages.
You single out a couple offensive and defensive players that stood out to you?
Let me think here for a minute, work through it. I thought Jake was a lot better today. I thought there's a lot of emphasis obviously on throwing the ball today. That's why we were inside. It was planned to be inside today. And he threw the ball well, 7-on-7. The team period, I didn't think we caught the ball particularly well today, but I thought he threw the ball better with more accuracy on time. So I was really impressed with Jake. On the defensive side of the ball, it felt like Darian Jones was showing up more, and he showed up some last practice. He did it again today. And personally, just keep showing up. He's doing good things out there at the corner spot. So what I like about our guys when I watch practice and just from a first glimpse, I feel like I'm coming to you guys with different names every practice. And that means guys are getting better and they're flashing, they're showing their stuff. And that doesn't mean that Butler or Savannah or Teo Nesham or Nate Williams didn't do good things or Quentin Richardson. I just think other guys are starting to feel more and more comfortable and it's starting to show up in their play.
Your practice plan says explode and run through. I got some questions about what that means exactly. The
Well,
one you post every day.
It's about that we explode off the football. You know, I think we have a walkthrough period, and then we have a period where we're trying to get a little more tempo. It's still a walkthrough, but we're trying to explode off the ball and then run through. And so that's the difference between a walkthrough, and explode, and run through.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, guys.